State leaders are in Rochester to address Governor Kathy Hochul's investments in domestic violence initiatives.
It follows the governor's latest budget proposals to prioritize recovery for victims and survivors. Natalie Kutchko reports.
State leaders made a visit from Albany to Monroe Community College Thursday to highlight Governor Kathy Hochul's budget proposals as part of her State of the State address, namely expanding victim services.
We have a solicitation that's out now. That's the most money we've had that we've put out to support victim services for people who have been victims of crime, to make sure that we have the services that they need, both in terms of compensation, so they don't have to pay money out of their pockets, and to help survivors remain whole and get the treatment and services they need.
Advocates say the biggest need across New York State continues to lie in counseling. New York State's Office of Victim Services funds about 250 victims assistance providers with free counseling. Demand, however, still remains quite high.
We need more counseling services. You know, this is really clear in Rochester, across the state, and we're hoping that the funding that we're able to provide for counselors, that will pay for counselors if they're not getting, if the victim doesn't have insurance to pay for it, we can pay for those kinds of things. We also want to encourage more people to be counselors and more people to be social workers and provide those services.
Hochul has also proposed doubling funding for rape crisis centers to nearly $13 million. Additionally, requiring hospitals to provide victims of sexual assault access to trained forensics examiners. Also eliminating barriers to crime victim compensation to better support those affected by assault or abuse in any form.
We are working really hard to build partnerships and collaborations and strengthen those, so when a survivor comes forward to any of the many partners involved in this work, they can tell their story once. We can support them in every way possible. They need the supports from our community to be able to take their next steps towards safety and healing.
As previously reported, Willow Domestic Violence Center is partnering with other local agencies to open Monroe County's first Family Justice Center. That will be built at Skyview on the Ridge over in Irondequoit, with a hopeful opening by summer of 2026. Leaders say it promises to offer all needed supports in one space. Reporting, Natalie Kutchko, News 8.